Welcome once again. We are still on data analysis with Excel week 2, and this is the second video for the week 2. In this second video, I'll be walking you through the process of creating your dashboard using your slider and also for your storytelling. So we'll be considering some data here. This is the questions we'll be using to just answer some things that they are asking in that data. So let me go through my data. Okay, data for this cohort. So we'll be making use of this data with 2 working data. So let me launch it. We'll see this is the data we'll be working with. We have before now talked about our data cleaning and data validation. And if you should look at this is also a structured data that we have, but we can still do 1 or 2 things on those data. So I'm just going to look into it to just apply some of those things in time by just cleaning and also formatting the data. So this data, okay, this is our heading. We have the date, we have the sales rep, region, products, color, units, and this. Let me bold this a bit so that you can just see this. Okay, let me give it 13. Okay, I think this will show a bit. All right. So first of all, can we just look at the duplicate? In this data is a very, very large data. It's a large data. This can also be considered as a big data. If you look at the data down, you see that we are having up to 9,972 data to be analyzed. So this here we have a big work to do, but just follow the process. It's going to be easy for us to just learn some things here today. So the first thing we do is to just remove duplicate from here. I can just select from this top row here. I select from this top row here to this place. It's going to select every of my data that I have in that column. It's going to select every data that I have in that column, and like this data that I have here. But I could better also select it this way by choosing this. Press down my mouse and come down. The data is long, so you might need to have some patience to select it to the end. The data is very long. Okay, we are already in 4,000 plus. I'm going to 9. So let's follow the process. Let's just follow the process. I can choose to also select it from the top, just the way I've shown you. But this is also another way for some of us that might not be accurate in selecting our data. So here I have it's already in 8,000. Right. This data is close to 10,000. Very close to 10,000. So this is the data that I have. So let me go and check for duplicates. I'll just click on my data and I'll say remove duplicates. Any duplicate you found here is going to be removing it. These are my headings: the date, the sales rep, the region, the product, the color, the units, and the revenue. So once I click this, it just automatically remove the number of duplicates that I'm having there. Here it's saying we have 79 duplicate values found and removed. So this is, we are still left with 9,892 data remaining. So automatically the duplicate data has been removed from this. So you might want to check to confirm what has been done. You see that the data has been reduced from 9,900 something to 9,893 that we have here. Okay, right. So next thing we do is, okay, can we let me select this up. I might not need this decimal point. Okay, sometimes those decimal points when you are creating your dashboard, you might not make your data to align appropriately. So I can just choose to remove this decimal point that I have here. Oh, I don't know why this is not selecting. Okay, let me just select it from here down. The reason why it's not selecting up there because it's selecting both currency and text together, and so it's not recognizing two at the time. So I just want to select only this. Okay, let me just select only my data. So I'm just doing some small data cleaning here, which we have done in the last video recording training that we did. So just this should not be too difficult for anybody to do at this point. So this is it. Let me just select it. So I remove all the decimal points. So I just have values. So the next thing I will also do now is to put it in my standard table. Please don't forget, I can put all of this in my standard table so that I can have this. I don't want to select from up so that it will not be giving me some blank rows. So that's why I'm just selecting it from top down this way. Okay. So you have to take a bit of patience to do the selection so that you won't be making mistakes to your data. Okay. Okay. So I'm on 9 something now. Okay. This is my data. Let me put it in standard table. So I'll go to insert. From insert, this is my standard table. This is my pivot table. So what I need now is my standard table. So I'll just apply this to it. So I've selected all the rows and columns that I have here. Then my data has been imputed. So I'll just say OK. So you can see automatically this has applied. So I can do different formatting to this depending on how I want it. Okay. I can choose to pick this. I can choose to pick this. I can choose to, okay, let me pick something different. Okay. Let me look at this. Let me see this. I want a color that will be very bright. Okay. Okay. So we can use this color. I think we can all see. So I've applied this to my standard table. So this is my standard table. Just the same way we have talked about it, I can choose to filter this standard table in different forms that I want it. Let's say I want to filter by region. I just want to see the region for the east, how the performance is. It's going to select everything on the east. So you can see that this has dropped to, I think I have about 9,000 something here that it has filtered. So I can choose to remove the filtering. Let's filter for region. I can choose to check for dates, the ones for 2015. In 2015, these are all the you can see all what I selecting here is 2015, 2015. You can see all of those parameters here, showing that we have 265 product that was sold in 2015. So we have this. This is just talking about a sales performance data. So that's why we have sales rev, the regions and all of that. So let me remove the filter, clear filter, date. So I'm back to my data. So here we can now begin to analyze our data properly by applying the pivot table. And in the pivot table, we apply it to give us in a new sheet. So what I just need to do is to just come to my insert. My insert, I click on pivot table. Now this is my pivot table. My pivot table is saying that I pick the range of cells that I want to apply. So I can just select. I can select all the range of cells. I can select it, so I'll be able to pick it through my pivot table. So I'm selecting all the data. This data is very long, so it's taking some time for us to do the selections. So just imagine you are trying to calculate this just manually. The time is going to take you to achieve this. It will take a longer process. So you have to just go through this one by one so that you will be able to realize everything you have here. So I've selected it. I go to my pivot table. So in my pivot table, it's saying all table 1 has been selected. Now that's why we are seeing all these lines, moving lines around it, saying that it has been selected. You can choose to just scroll down to see the ending part of that table. You can see that it has been selected. So from here, I can just say, yes, choose where you want the pivot table to be placed. I want it in a new worksheet, not existing sheet. This is presently my existing sheet. So where it's going to be placed is a new worksheet. So this is my pivot table. So I have my pivot table here. In this my pivot table, I can begin to apply some things to it. Let's go back to our question. This is the question. This is what I have to do. Here says data analysis with Excel. Analyze the sales data for 2015 to 2017 and provide a report for capturing the items listed below. An excellent report will aid management make strategic decisions for the coming year. It now says the report should capture the following: 1. Revenue by region. 2. Revenue by sales report. 3. Sales strength. And 4. It also says that you highlight the following in the report: the top 3 products that were sold and the top 3 sales representatives. That means the most performing salesperson needs to also be captured in this our data. So the first thing we are going to be calculating is in this one. This is revenue by region. This is revenue by region. These are revenue by region. So let's go to our data. In revenue by region, in this field of pivot table, we are going to be selecting the region because it's region and revenue that we need. So we have region, revenue. Now immediately I select region, it went to the row column because that is what we have. Then the revenue will go to value because it's in value form. Can you see? This is revenue by region. Here I'm having row level to be east, south, and west. And sum of the sum of revenue for the east is $237,000 plus. And for south is this, for west is this. So you have done the whole calculation. So if you look at your data, you see that what it has done in this data. Let me go back to the source. What it has done in this data is that you have been able to pick this data by region, and the region we have there is east, west, south. It has been able to pick the data by region. It has been able to pick the data by region. So this region now, it has categorized all the sales that were made in East. It has categorized all the sales that are made in South and all the sales that are made in West. That now imagine that you want to do this manually. That means you'll be picking this East one after the other, one after the other. And by the time you finish doing it, the whole time will have gone. So the pivot table will just help you to pick each of those values and summarize it. And that's what we have here. So for all the East, it's having this. For South, it's having this. For West, it's having this. Then it's having a total of this. That's revenue by region. If we want to confirm further, here we can say that, let's say, at this total end there, at this total end, to just show what we are doing, let's say I want to find the total. This is the total here. In this total, it enables me to find the total. Let's say sum to be equals to, this column is G2 column, G2 column, G, this value, this particular value, 9893. That's what we have. So I selected everything. So this is 904790. Let's go back to our pivot table. Can you see that we are having the total of this value? So this is showing that we are having an accurate result in our total value that we have here. So let me go back. We don't need this. So let's go back. This is what we have. Now, let me ask a question. In this form that we have, what is the best chart to use? Yeah. In our last 5 classes, we said that when the data are small and you want to do a comparison of different values, you can make use of a bar chart or a pie chart. You can still remember. So in this case now, we only have a small values doing a comparison of the East, South, and West. So in this case, the best forms of chart that we can use is our bar chart. So we can use the bar chart for this value that we have here. So what you just need to do to just immediately comes to insert. This insert, click on your chart, recommended chart. Then there's a list of charts that we have. So click on the bar chart. This is the bar chart that we have. Then you see the results. Now this is the bar chart for this particular summary of data that we have for the sum of revenue. This particular sum of revenue, this is what we have. And don't forget, this is what we are told to do. There's revenue by region. Yeah, I can just, let me rename that sheet so I will not make a mistake. Revenue by region. Let me just name this by region. Revenue by region. So I come here and say revenue. That's the title by region. That's what we are looking for. Revenue by region. So in this case now, I can now begin to adjust all my parameters. There is no data label. I can apply data label to this. Now, can you see that immediately we apply data label, it shows all the value of the data that we have here in this chart. So all the values are represented in this chart. Then we can further do some computations to it. This is bed fees. If I put it at center, you see, I can put it these are data. If I say inside end, can you see at end? Outside end, the data outside already. Best fit. So the best fit, I think it speaks volumes of it naturally. So let me go to legend. This is legend. This is showing the legend, showing that for east, for south and west, this is what we have. as a representation. So we have this. I can choose to leave it. I can choose to just remove it totally. So let's assume that we just want to have it this way. Let me say the top. I can say let it be at the top. Let it be at the left, at the bottom, at this. Okay. Let me choose to put it at the top. Say okay, let's have it this way. Or okay, let me just put it to the right. Sum of revenue. I don't think I will need this anymore. I can choose to okay, let me come here. Okay, I've given this chart title. So here I can apply various colors that I can also apply here. Different styles that I can also apply here. So let me come here and say, let's begin to apply colors in this form. If I want to apply my color, I can still go back to home. This is a field. Let me apply this color. Let me come here. Let me apply. You must ensure that your color is in a blend so that you will not have challenges when you are putting your dashboard together. It will be able to align appropriately. So I might just decide to use all brown, both from the dark brown to the faded one. Let me pick it. Okay. Alright. No, so I have this. Then I can also apply it to this my data. Let me see. Okay, I to be one. I can say share help me to bold it. Yeah, I can make this a different color. Maybe I can choose to make this. Which color will blend well with this? Okay. Let me look at the color that will blend well with this. Okay, let's see. Let's see green. So this is revenue by region. So that's what we have found out. This is sum of revenue. Sorry, I'm trying to check the field. Yeah, I can also select different style depending on what I want to apply. But I don't need this line. I don't need the styles. So I can select different styles. Yeah, I have different charts. The over, the label, and all of that. I can do all of that to my work. Okay. So I think in this case I'm already having a best view. I'm trying to see move. Okay. I think I've removed this automatically. So I can come here, sum of revenue. I can click on it. I can say hide value field button on chart. So I have this showing my region as well. Okay. Here I can choose to fill the background. If I want to fill the background, I can choose to fill the background. Let me see if I fill the background with a green. Oh, green is not a good blend to this. Let me see. It's not a good blend. Okay. I can choose to fill my background. Okay, let me fill it with this. Okay. Okay, let me fill it with this. So this is what I have here for those different sales regions that I might want to do. I can even choose to remove this legend. If I remove the legend, it enables me to have it bigger, and I can also choose to also leave it. I think I'm not comfortable with this color. Let me look at a color that might blend. Let me look at color that might blend with this. Okay, let me choose this. I think this is a bit preferable, so I can choose this. So this is revenue by region. Let's go to the next one. We've automatically answered this in that visual representation. So the next question says revenue by sales rep. Revenue by sales rep. So to do this, what we will do so that we will not keep applying our pivot table, we'll just have to duplicate this particular worksheet that we have. So if I need to now do this is revenue by sales, I will duplicate what I have here. So to duplicate this, you say move or copy, and you click on create a copy, and this will help me to just create another sheet entirely. So this is revenue by region. So here I'm looking for revenue by sales rep. Here I'll just come here and say revenue by sales rep. Sales rep. This is revenue by sales rep. Let me rename this as well. Revenue by sales rep. Sales rep. So this is what I have here. So I need to come and adjust this. We are talking about revenue by sales rep. So the region go, then I go to sales rep. Can you see what sales rep is giving me? Now, in this sales rep, you see that when I was using bar chart, is already becoming clumsy by using bar chart. So what I will do is to use a different chart entirely, and the chart that will best fit this is our bar chart. So I will just come to insert. So you must know why, because we are having more comparison than the little ones that we have for the bar chart. So we're having more comparison. So if I click on bar chart, this will give me a very good column chart. Can also go, but maybe I would have just preferred bar chart. Let's look at bar chart like this. Can you see this? This is a bit preferable to use. So let me, this sales rep might not be needed. Hide this. We don't need this. So let's go here and say we have the title, revenue by sales rep, the data label. Now in this data label is out. For us to be consistent, you can put it inside end like this to make it consistent with what we have before. We don't need the table, we don't need this is the legend. We don't need the legend. You can choose to remove the legend because we already have the representation of the data already. The legend might not be needed. Okay, that's on that. So let's go to I might choose to just remove this by just doing delete automatically. So if I click on this now, you see what it's going to give me. I can right click and say format data series. Now if I want to format the data series, because I'm moving a lot of spaces here and it's not making my work to align appropriately the way I would have loved it to align. So I'll just come here and begin to reduce it by percentage. Yes, can you see? This is gap width. In this gap width, I can begin to reduce it by percentage. You see that as I'm doing it, it's increasing the column width. It's increasing the column width so that my work can align appropriately. Maybe I can stop the column width at this. Can I just make it 20? Okay, I think it's preferable. So this is the column width. Another thing I will just do is to just filter by, I can filter by more sort options so that it can align this that I have. So let it filter here by revenue. Filter by revenue. You see that I adjust the parameters of what I have here. So can you see that the adjustment is coming from the top down? So this is giving a very good adjustment. So I can now begin to apply some things to this my data that I'm having here. I can begin to apply some things to it. Let's begin to give it a color. Let me pick it. I want to apply. Let me come here. I want to begin to apply colors to this. Let me pick this. Come to the next one. I just want these to align so that when I'm doing my arrangement, it will come good. So align. Okay. You can see how I'm using the different shade of color so that the colors could blend with what I'm doing. Okay. So I can use this. Okay. Maybe I can use okay, something like this. Now can you see? But this value that I'm having here is not showing so well. So I might need to change it to white color so that then also bold it so that I can show very well. I can increase the number. Okay. Because of the blend of colors I'm having, it's not making some of it to show or come out well in my okay. Okay, if I'm turning this to a black, that means that I need to come here and also do the same to what I've done. The reason I'm turning it to black is because it wasn't showing very well on it. So I'm trying to apply colors that I could see very well. Okay, let me see a blue. I think a blue is not bad. Okay, so I would need to come here, still apply the blue color here. So yeah. So I'm having a good blend here. So this is revenue by sales rep. For the sales rep of Nicole, Adams, Jessica, Bell, so it's giving all of these parameters that we have. So that is on that. That is the data analysis on that. So let's look at the sales strength. The top thing they told us to find out is to know what the sales strength is. And anytime you heard about this, about sales strength, you should know that it's also talking about date and time. It's talking about date and time. So what I will do to this as well is to just duplicate this. To duplicate this by saying move or copy, create a copy. So I just duplicate it. Then I go to rename sales trend. I want to look at the sales trend in this place. So we want to look at the sales trend. So I'll come here and come and apply my so this is my pivot chart field. Let me remove this. This is my pivot chart field. So it's talking about the sales trend. Let me adjust this and say sales trend. Want to know the sales trend here. Here I will come to date, remove. If I come to date, I will go to revenue, date and revenue to look at the sales trend. But can you see that maybe I use this, it just change the parameter and it's writing plus or minus here because it is not the right chart to use for this when you're looking for trend. And in our last class, when we were on live classes, we talk about when anything has to do with sales trend, sales pattern, we want to know patterns. The best chart to use is the line chart, or we use the plot plot box as a chart to use. So this cannot show well here because of the parameters that we are using. So what we do is to go to insert and go to recommended chart. Then I'll turn it to a line chart. If you see this line chart, will give me the sales trend. Now this is a sales trend. It's talking about the trend. But I can further expand this trend because this is trend by year. So I can say trend by quarter. In this quarter, I want to see for 2016 and for 2017. You see this sales trend now. This is actually showing a trend of the data. This is showing the trend of the data. This is a trend. Okay, can you see this? Can you see it? This is the trend. So here I might choose to remove. Okay, I need the chart title. I need. I don't need the axis. The axis can go. I don't need it. I don't need green lines. I don't need the green lines. Okay, I think this is fine. So let me come here. So we can use different ones here depending on what you want to apply. But I'm just doing this to customize it in our whole form. So we have this trend. Let me change this to a color that we have been familiar with. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to see the feel of this. Okay. Okay. Let me see my data label. I can still adjust further my data label. This to the right, to the left. I can say center. Let it be on the center of where that is. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to apply it to everything. Okay. So this is to the center. This is left. Can you see how it's adjusting? Is above, is below, is whichever way you want it to stay. This center is covering my parameters. Okay. This is above, this is below. Okay, I think I will prefer this below so that it will not cover my parameters. So what else will I need? Color. Any blended colors to use? Okay. We've been using deep brown. Okay, I can still go with this. Okay, so this is the sixth trend that I have here. Can you see when I expanded this by each of those quarter, I try to expand it to see what is going to give me. So that's what it's giving me. But I just want it by year. If I want it by year, it will give me this way. If I want it by quarter, this is by quarter. So on each quarter for 2015, we only have for the fourth quarter. But for 2016, we have for the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and the fourth quarter. And for 2017, we have for the fourth quarter, second quarter, and the fourth quarter. So all of those parameters. So it's from 2015 down to 2017 here. So we have this the fourth quarter, first quarter in 2016, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Then we have first quarter in 2017, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. So this is the strength of that our parameters. Okay, on that note, I think we are done with that. I don't think there's any other thing we need to apply there. So they now say that we should align the following in the report. Align the following in the report. The top three products. Top three products. So in this case, I can just go ahead to still apply my duplicate. Okay. I can go ahead to apply my duplicate here and say move or copy, create a copy, then okay. In this place, I'm going to say top three products. I'll come here and rename it top three products. I'll come here and say here is top three products. Top three products. So this is top three products. So if I want to get a product, automatically my date will go. I don't need my date anymore. I'll go to products and revenue. I'll need my products and revenue. So let me come here. I don't need the date again. Date has gone. What I need here, I don't need all this again. So I need my products. This is the list of my product that I have. Then I also need my revenue. So here I have the top three products. Cannot use this kind of thing. That's why it's giving me these parameters. I'd rather use a different chart. And the best chart is because I'm looking for best top three products. The top three products, I can as well use it by making use of my bar chart or my column chart. But for the sake of using different charts, I can decide to make use of column chart so that I can see let me go back. Let me go back. want to use column chart. Now, can you see what I've used? This is column chart. In this column chart, I can choose to come and sort and say sort by the revenue. Now, can you see? No, let's sort the other way around so that we can know the best 3 products. Yeah, I can say sort. Let me take it here by revenue. Yeah, this is what I have. Now, in this case, you are sorted by the top. We are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It has sorted by the first 8 products that we have. So this is showing that the products that are available are about 8 products. But we need the top 3 products here. And for us to do this top 3 products, we will need to filter. In this case, we will come here and go to filter by value. We want to filter by value. When we want to filter by value, we want to look at the top. This is top 10. But we are not interested in top 10. What we need is the top 3 products. So I'm going to adjust this top 3 what item. Item or what in the sum of revenue. So I need the top 3 products. So I'll say, okay. Yeah, can you see the way it has adjusted it? So these are the top 3 products that we have. And these top 3 products, we have the qual, we have the value, we have the dollar, but it's not showing in any of these. So what we need to do is to just come to our data label. Let's see. We want it to show those parameters. We have the quad, the doubler, and the shield. Data label. We need the data label, but let the data label let it be inside end. Something like this. Okay, that's fine. Seeing the top 3 products. What else? What else do we need to take out? Chart title. We need the title. We need the title. We need the title. Let's bring the title back. This is the top 3 products that we have. So let's come here. I might choose to do away with this. I'm thinking these parameters should go. Okay, let's still leave it this way. Now, in this case, now, let me see. Yeah, let me see the legend. Okay. Okay. Let me apply this first. Okay. I want to know what we used before. Let me come back here. Blue. Okay. Let me apply this blue and increase the number. Let me increase the number. I'm trying to bold this. So let me apply my color as well. Let me apply the color. Okay. Where's the third one? Okay. This is the top three products that we have. Okay. Okay, let me see this data table. NexGen key, more chance. Okay, I'm just trying to let me, let me remove this. Okay, you can still choose to want to increase the width here or make the width smaller depending on how you want it to be. But this one can just reduce it because it's too large. Can just reduce it. Let me see. Okay, let me give it 100. Okay, so I think this is also fine. All right, let's go to the last one, which is top three sales rep. Okay, sorry for that interruption. So let's continue. I think it was due to the internet challenge. So I said, okay, we want to look at the top sales rep. So in this case, we are going to click on the sales rep. For the top salesperson, here we remove the products. We remove the products with revenue. So to the top sales rep that we are having. But here, in what we are given, I said the top 3 sales rep. That's what we have. The top 3 sales rep. So we are going to be looking at featuring our data and say, okay, let's first of all sort by this sales rep revenue, the top 3. Here we are looking for the top 3. Filter by value. Here we are looking at the top 3. How many by revenue? We want to look at the top 3 sales rep. The sales rep are performing so well. Top 10 filter sales rep, top 3. There, this is the top 3 of what we have. Okay. Yeah, we can now begin to apply. Okay. Let's go to the next one. This. Let's go to the next one. Applying the shade of colors also matters here, so that we can have we can see the first performing sales rep is Michael, followed by Julie, then followed by Nubi, and that's what we have here as well. Alright, so we have done all of this in our dashboard. We have done all of this. So what we need to do, let me see, I think we have applied major parameters. Yeah, okay, let me apply our colors to it. Okay, make this 12. Alright, so the next thing to do is to now create your dashboard. How do you go about creating your dashboard after we have done all of this, so that you can make a good presentation of this? To create your dashboard, what you are going to do is to open a new worksheet. Let me open a new worksheet. Let me call this worksheet dashboard. You open a new worksheet and call it dashboard. First thing you do in this worksheet is to come and click on the view, then remove the green lines. We are not interested in the green lines. We want it to be plain as well. So in that case also, I can choose to go to my page layout, then we probably change it to landscape, so that it can contain more details for me. So I can have this. So I will now begin to insert all my visualization, all the data visualization I've done. I'll begin to insert them. Let me insert this. Okay, I can just make it a bit smaller so that I can contain more parameters. Okay, this is top 3 products dashboard. I can bring this in. I want to see it properly. Okay. Sorry, let me look at. I can choose to just remove this so that, let me hide it a bit so that I can see all my pictures complete. Okay. I have. Let me also extend this. So let me go to my state strength. I can bring my state strength. Okay, dashboard. Let me bring my state strength up here. Let me adjust this. The arrangement of your visuals on your dashboard also matters. So you must ensure that you arrange it on your dashboard properly. Just put it this way. Okay. I can choose to also apply some background in this my work. Let me show the details. Let's say I might choose to just fill it with some background. Let me see the background that will best fit. Choose to apply this background. Then okay, I can choose to apply the background. Then so I just want it to cover all my pages. So I've brought my sales strength, revenue by sales rep. Let me bring this up. This revenue by sales rep. I can just choose to bring it down here. This is revenue by sales rep. Okay. Let me make this micro to show very well. Revenue by region. Let me bring this here into the dashboard. Okay. So I'm just arranging this on my dashboard. Okay. Okay. Now, can you see the way this is now? Okay. So how many do I have? The top sales rep, the top 3 products, the sales trend, the revenue by region, by sales rep, revenue by region. Do we have any other thing? Okay, that's all. So this is all what we have. This is all what we have. So you can see all of this in my dashboard. I can choose to see all of this in my dashboard. Okay. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to now begin to insert slicer. I need to insert slicer to it. So I do stop here, but before I do that, I can say, okay, insert a text box. Let's see a text box so that I will use it to give it an heading to my work. I can choose to just insert a text box here and say sales performance dashboard from 2015 to 2017. Let me give it a alignment. Yeah, let's give it maybe a very dark blue color. Very dark blue color. Okay. Here you can see sales performance dashboard. This is what we have. Okay, maybe I should just apply a background color to it. Okay, I don't want something that will be too off. Okay, let me just. This is sales performance dashboard. So that's like the headings of what I have. So let me begin to apply slicer to my work, and you will see the effect of a slicer because this is having no connections yet. I can just select this, just showing me. I can explain to this dashboard what I've done and what it signifies, what all this can do. This is a sales trend of a sales performance dashboard. This is the top 3 sales representative, the top 3 product that is performing well, the revenue by sales rep. These are what each of those 6 reps have made, and this. So you can see that this dashboard is looking colorful somehow, and that's the way the representation of the dashboard is expected to look like. So how do I apply a slicer? You see the effect of the slicer. When I need to apply it, I'll go to insert, then I'll now go to, once I go to insert, then I'll go to slicer. In my slicer, I'm going to be building different connections. I say slicer all connections to my slicer. So here, connect in this workbook, connect file, and all. Okay, let me. This is not showing the exact model. Let me click on this and say apply slicer. Can you see slicer here? It's under my filter. I say apply slicer. Then I'm going to be picking different parameters of slicer that I can use here. I can say apply slicer by region, apply by sales rep, apply by product. Can I say apply by color? I don't need color. I don't need color. Okay, let's leave it this way. I don't need date. Let's just use that 3. Now, can you see different slicer that we could have here? Okay, so this is my slicer. This is my slicer. I can choose to adjust my slicer appropriately to on my dashboard. Here I can say give it this color because that's the color we are already using. This one I can say give it this color. This one I can say also it should give it this color as well. On this, okay, this is my slicer. Okay, let me see how I can arrange this here. Okay, okay, I'm looking at how this can contain the little space I'm having here. Let me move this here. Let me adjust this. This is for the sales rep slicer. This is the sales rep. This is for products. This is for product slicer. Okay. This product slicer is a bit long. Let's see if it will contain everything. Okay. Let me stop it here. Okay. This is my slicer for products. So this is for region. I can choose to format my slicer in different form that I want. Let me adjust this so that I can have okay. I'm just looking at how I can adjust my slicer appropriately. Okay. This is for my sales rep. This is my sales rep category slicer. This is my region. This is for products. Okay. Let me extend this. Let me extend this. All this adjustment matters. It's part of what a data analyst needs to take time to do. So this is my slicer. Ordinarily, I should have created space for it to show up there. Ordinarily, but this is what I have. This is not bad. Okay, let me see how I can further adjust this as well. Okay, maybe better still. Let me bring this up here. I want to do a different adjustment to my table. Okay. Yeah, let me put the sales strength here because it's longer. Okay, let me put it there. So in that case, I'm going to be bringing this guy up here. Bring this guy up here. That can have enough space to just do my adjustment. So I want you to see the power of a slicer. That's why I'm taking my time to do this. Okay. Let's adjust this. Let's adjust this. Okay. Can you see what we are having now? So this is the sales performance dashboard with all of this that we have. Now, if I want to look at the sales rep, okay, let's look at the region. I just click on the East. It will only show me the performance for the East alone. If I click on South and West, okay. So in this case now, what I'm going to do is to just right click on this sales rep, for instance, and say report connections, because I want you to build a connection. Then you will check this. There is a collection already for the region. Right click, just say check this. It's checking everything. So if I click on the East, can you see it's only displaying for the East for me? If I click on South, it's displaying for what we have in the South alone here. In the South alone here. If I click on West, it's displaying on what we have there. If I click on this, it's displaying on what we have there for the East, for the South, and for the West. So that's the power of a slicer. So when I'm making a presentation, it should automatically help me. Maybe I want to show management or an organization on my presentation and say, for instance, let's look at the East. This is the revenue made in the East. This is the revenue made in the South. This is the revenue that is made in the West. So that it will help you when you are doing your presentation. This will help you when you are doing your presentation. So that is the main essence of it. But you will see that as I'm doing it, it's not checking it the same way with the ones I have here. So I will need to do a report connections to all of them, so that as I'm applying the slicer, it's showing in all of my details that I have in that aspect. So we have done the report connections to all for each of those slicer. So once that is done, now look at it. If I say East, you see that it's just giving me for the East. If I scroll down, anywhere we have regions also, it will automatically adjust it. So let me come down back and say, okay, I only need parameters for APA. Can you see for APA? You see that what is giving me, it is just in this region, saying that it's the East region, and I can only have for that parameters. Let's look at Julie. Let me erase this. Sales rep for Julie. Yeah, for sales rep for Julie, you see, where is Julie now? So I will use this. So it's building the connections already. Let me see. This is already checked. Let me see this. Report connection is already checked. Let me see the report connection. Oh, I've not checked this. So that's why I'm having challenge. Okay, let's see. report connection. I need to check all my report connections here. Okay, check this report connection. You have to check for everything so that it will automatically connect with each of the charts that we have there. So if I say Adams, can you see that it's adjusting Adams? Let me bring down my screen a bit. Okay. I don't know. Okay, this might be too small. Okay, let's look at this. If I just say, if I adjust to Adams, can you see that it's only showing me the sales for Adams that you have? If I say, okay, I just want to see for the East alone, can you see? If I say I want to see for Michael, can you see the adjustment is doing? I want to see for Nubi. I want to see for Nicole. There's an adjustment. I want to see for Julie. So the same way it will be performing the same thing for here. This is the revenue by sales for only Julie. Only Julie. So if I'm making my presentation, this will help me further to do some work in it. Let me hide this. Okay. So I can say I want to see for only South. This is what is happening in South. This is what is happening in the East. So it's possible that management want to know, okay, how has Michael been performing? Or what you just need to do is you just click on Michael. Then because we have done our report connection, it's just going to be this. So this is how we go about our connections as well. So after all of this is done, then as a data analyst, it is expected that you will now make a recommendation to the management. Let me uncheck all of these ones. Now, can you see all what I have? I have unchecked it. So you will now make a recommendation to the management. Let's say I want to make a recommendation to the management to say that let me go further. Let me go further and say, let me come here. Okay. The recommendations we make or comments we make on our dashboard based on the data that we have analyzed is actually what we call the storytelling in our data. So storytelling is also a key part in our data as well that we need to also look at as a data analyst. So here I can be making some recommendations to management. Maybe I can say, let me insert the text box. Okay, let me look at it. Insert a text box, and I want to insert this as the text box to just make a recommendation to management based on the analysis of the data that I have. I might choose to make some recommendations, and that recommendations is my storytelling in data. So I can say recommendation. Let me increase this a bit. I can say recommendation based on the recommendation of what we have analyzed, what you have looked at in your data. So in this case, you can say, okay, let me come here. Where do I want to use now? Okay. Okay, please hold on. I can say the first recommendations I'll be making here based on the data. You can choose to just look at the data very well and see where they are lapses, what management to do. So you help them to make some informed decisions based on the data that you have analyzed and what you have seen as a data analyst. Here I can look at the top sales here. Look at the sales here. The sales here is Michael having the top, and followed by Julie, followed by Nubi. What can management to do to this to ensure that the revenue is increased by the number of sales reps that they have? How they can be encouraged. So here I can say the top sales representative, the top sales representative for each year. This is like a recommendation that I'm making now. For each year, should be motivated with an award or increase the remuneration of the sales rep. Can be recommendation. I can also say based on the data, I can say promotion, because management is looking at a way to increase their productivity and also to boost their profit. So I can say promotion of sales should be done in less performing region. In less performing region. And most performing region should be given incentives. I can also say that the management should have a system that will encourage sales representatives I will encourage sales representative to have a system that will encourage sales representative in each of the region. So I can have something like this. Something like this can help the management to stay focused on what their dream is and what they intend to do. So okay, let me apply some things here. I'm just trying to format, that's all. I'm just trying to format what I have here. Then let me apply so that's what I have. Okay, so this is how to go about creating your dashboard of any form. I can go further to, like, okay, maybe I now want to save what I've done. I can save it in the document as with 2 working data. Let it be saved. This is also saved. This is already saved. Then I can now say, okay, let me save it as PDF or just my dashboard. I can say it in different format depending on the format I'm using for my presentation. I can also take it into my slide to make a presentation to management. So let me do it in PDF format. So I can have something like this. So this is the dashboard we have created. So can you see that here we have all of this, and we have our recommendations at the down part. Alright, so you will be given an assessment, and that assessment is also going to be in line with what you have done, just for you to be able to evaluate yourself on what has been done so far in this recording video and what you need to do. So please ensure that you go through the process and look into it in depth. Please ensure you go through the process. So this is what we have. This is our beautiful dashboard. So this is the dashboard. This is the dashboard. So I can make my presentation using this form. So as a data analyst, this is where your work ends at the end of the day, to visualize all of those details and parameters. So all of this has been taken care of from where we started from in our Excel class. So please endeavor to look at all of this I've done. So let me just go over where we stop here. When we are using that slicer, I can just adjust to just show me each of those ones that we have. Then I can have recommendations also to be made. So we have this recommendation based on what we have, so that management can use it for decision. So please endeavor to go through it again and again and again. Any area you are not clear with, please ask questions. So that is all for the day. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Do have a wonderful day.